Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Ohio State Buckeyes taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Woolen. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the left. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the running back has it. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the tight end. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
Let's go!
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He's got it on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They're setting the tone on this opening drive. 10th play coming here on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Smacks him with the stiff arm. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. And that pass picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They believe they can run right here. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Sayin. And the pass is intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he... They have it at the 44.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Right back to him on the ground. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, it's out. Now the defense has got it and they're going the other way.
Like he was going to get the first down there. You're the quarterback, you're the coach, you're thinking, all right, fresh set of downs. Offensive coordinator's already looking at his play sheet, getting ready to dial up the next play, but not so fast, David. Defense comes away with a massive takeaway.
Huge takeaway, and think about it. You're trying as hard as you can to get him down, stop him on this fourth down, get the ball back. He gets the first down. It's a little bit demoralizing, but because you're running to the football, you get a hand on it, you get the football out. Now you get, it's like stopping him on fourth down anyways, because you got the ball and you're getting it back to your offense.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. Pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Toss sweep to the right. The Buckeyes get it past the sticks.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. He makes the connection. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to pass. It's Van Dyke. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for a running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Quarterback keeper. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
At the 43-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Direct snap. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got a man. At the 45 on his way. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses, every year, year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. And that pass is intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now, and it resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just... He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. He's off to the races. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Eastern Michigan is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 21 to Tennessee. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Alabama offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's loose on the right. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown time.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football. Try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
And right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get it. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job with ball security.
Coming after it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking downfield, it's Van Dyke. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. Lets it fly. And they will score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
Coming out with it, it's Graham. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off the play fake on first down. They get to him as he throws. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. They didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22.
Right place, right time. Linebackers are usually big physical guys you see play the run a lot. Hard to get 2 interceptions in a game. Special player making special plays.
Finds his big tight end. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Able to make the grab, but could not keep the feet in bounds. It's incomplete.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Graham. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Durham. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They'll run the option. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. They'll try to pick up the first. And the Buckeyes get it past the sticks.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires one high and deep. He's got it. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes that Alabama offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
They feed him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Now facing a third and long. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The Buckeyes will move the sticks with the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Graham. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such a great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Van Dyke. Got his man down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That's a first down for the offense.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Motion from the offense. They want to run this quarterback. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Between the uprights, it's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, going up top. Eloff one deep down the left side. What a snag by the defense. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Leaves it with the running back. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Quick release on the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Here's the handoff. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
To throw, it's Van Dyke. Makes his connection. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They go to the ground, and they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Lofts one high and deep. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing into zone defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball they're thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Back to throw, it's Bailey. They'll run the screen. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
You know, it's tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this win.
He'll bring it out. It's Dura. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he's thrown another interception. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Goes to the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
Third down coming up.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. From the gun, running back on the move. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, Davis-Wade Stadium, where they've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Here comes the offense on first down. Leads it with the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Power football with the run. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Now they're going to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Throws for the tight end. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. The missed 51-yard field goal now gives this offense good starting field position at its own 34. With jet sweep pass. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Second down.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. To the ground with the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Collins. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for the loss.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still running at the 40. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit them with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Got the back over the middle. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to it.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside for the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
I don't know if the quarterback's making the right decision on that RPO, guys. He might have wanted to hand that one off. Something he thought he saw in the right flat to attack, but obviously it wasn't there.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Turner. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. He's going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. That's reeled in. It's Turner. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback were smaller, and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll try to pop the draw. Still on his feet at the 45. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bulldog. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. And he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time to take a shot. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Mississippi State 7, LSU 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. This time on target.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the right. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to the air one more time. The sure hands, it's Harrell. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Banks. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
It's caught. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. LSU quick to the line.
That is a great example of the D-line playing with tremendous awareness. That player knew he was not going to get to the quarterback, wasn't going to sack him. So he slowed himself down, got under control, located the quarterback, and then got his big paws in the air to knock it away.
And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Back to throw, it's Collins. Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, the offense has tried to throw the football twice now in go-to-go situations. They haven't come up with anything positive. You know the windows get a lot smaller down here. This is going to be a very tough play on third down trying to generate a touchdown.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown LSU!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Alabama was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen over the years. Roll Tide, sure, but this one lacked any real style points. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward.
He's looking deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, quick points on the board, just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Back to pass, it's Collins. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Using the quick game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Gets away. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This is a 3rd and long. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gonna take a shot. And he makes the grab at the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Corner's going to give them room. To the air, it's Collins. He unleashes a long one. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dialing up a second down pass play. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're bringing heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lining up to boot it away.
Number 12, set to advance on the football.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Offense in a bunch formation. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Makes the catch. It's Simmons. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. On 4th down, going to the air. Finds his man enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down options are because you're going to get hit at some point. You've got to be able to get rid of it. Nice job understanding the playbook.
Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him, he's able to turn it up and get a first down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
PAT unit on the field. Oh, and he missed it. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 4 over Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll leave it with the lone back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the back. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air on 1st down. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Handoff from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Calls his own number.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
To the ground to try to move the chains. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the 1st, and keeping this drive alive.
Running with power. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Oh, it's a reverse. Discards a man. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And the pummeling has started. What a perfect play call to get the score.
And you're watching the backside, all your runs, making sure that backside, they're not cheating, not flying to the football. The offense saw something, caught them in it, and the defense didn't have an answer. The reverse works to perfection.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now,
Holds it in on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
The aerial assault continues. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Mississippi State 35, LSU 13.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
Here we go.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Slips through the line. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
LSU offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Unleashes one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
To the air, it's Collins trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Throws to the tight end. Finds his man, and they convert. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Let's see. He can block, he can catch, he can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brock. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The give, and tick, 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 tick. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Shakes off the tackler. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The pitch to the left. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Turns it on in midfield. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he added the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Collins. Here's a throw downfield late. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. That's it, Clyde. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
It really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, and we may be in the Bluegrass State, but blue is the color to avoid if you love the homestanding Louisville Cardinals. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Line gets set. First down. Running to the left. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And the Cardinals are rolling down the field. They'll leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll give it to the back. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Now on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here for the offense. The give to the tailback. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Trying to get the corner. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Anderson will throw. He uncorks one deep. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going for that. Nice job.
Miami 7, Louisville 3.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
To kick this one away.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Got a man, it's Brown. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in, it's Bell. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Leaves it with the back. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Miami 7, Louisville 3.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's Anderson. Got his man out of the backfield. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Gets it out fast. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Give to the running back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. What a good job by the defense to force that play outside.
And it's tough when you're a defense and you like to play fast and aggressive. Those counter plays are usually something that's good to run at them. But if you can be smart and stay sound and stay home and understand when people start pulling your direction, forget the fakes the other way, you can stay home, be productive, get big plays like this for your defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Buys a little time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Give to the back. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
Going up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Carr. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Canes look to do some damage in the red zone. Snap it to the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
On first down from the 13-yard line. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Cardinals will boot it away to start the second half. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense.